69%. That's the failure rate of the extra virgin olive oil in your grocery cart right now. Not obscure, dusty bottles from the back shelf. The top sellers, the brands you actually trust. Extra virgin sounds prestigious. What it really means, cold pressed from fresh olives within hours of harvest. Zero heat, zero chemical solvents. That speed is everything it locks in the peppery polyphenols. That little catch in the back of your throat when you taste good olive oil, that's the medicine working. Let the olives sit in the sun, or heat up the press to squeeze out more, and those compounds vanish. You're left with plain fat wearing a tuxedo, and UC Davis ran the tests. Over 2/3 of imported brands failed. The FBI literally went on record. Olive oil fraud is more profitable than cocaine trafficking in certain regions. You're looking at a $4 bottle claiming authentic Italian extra virgin. The math doesn't work. Now, the don't cook with olive oil, it turns toxic rule? Pure garbage. Real olive oil handles 400 degrees easily. Save the expensive bottle for your salads. Use the mid-shelf one for sautéing. That's it. And light olive oil isn't a diet food. It has the exact same 120 calories per tablespoon. Light just means they chemically stripped away the flavor and the polyphenols. You're paying premium for dead oil. So you pivot to avocado oil. It's pitched as the honest, bulletproof alternative, and refined avocado oil is a beast. It hits a 520-degree smoke point. You can blast a cast iron skillet until it's glowing, and avocado oil holds together. It's packed with the same heart-healthy oleic acid that made olive oil famous. Sounds perfect, right? Here's the thing. That same UC Davis lab checked avocado oils on American shelves. The results were staggering. A full 82% were either completely rancid before their expiration date or secretly cut with cheap soybean oil. Why? Because until 2024, there were literally zero international rules for what avocado oil even had to contain. A company could pump cheap vegetable oil into a glass jar, slap a green avocado on the label, charge $15, and walk. Perfectly legal. If you're buying it, find a brand that publishes third-party purity tests. Check the color. Real unrefined avocado oil is deep emerald green. Pale yellow claiming to be virgin? Leave it on the shelf. The absolute pinnacle of this premium con job is truffle oil. Real white truffles cost $3 a pound. You are not getting real truffle in a $15 bottle. It defies gravity. Full stop. What you're buying is cheap sunflower oil spiked with 2,4-dithiapentane, a synthetic sulfur molecule from petroleum byproducts. It mimics the garlicky funk of real truffles. The label says truffle aroma. You're buying a lab experiment. Anthony Bourdain said it wasn't even food. He was right. Gas chromatography backs him up, bottle after bottle. If the expensive stuff is a lie, surely the cheap stuff is safe and honest? Welcome to the vegetable oil aisle. First rule, there are no vegetables. Vegetable oil contains 0 vegetables. None. It's almost exclusively pure soybean oil. The FDA lets manufacturers use the word vegetable as a magic disappearing cloak. No disclosure needed whatsoever. Soybean oil didn't win your kitchen because it tastes good. It won because of World War II. Pacific supply lines got cut. Coconut oil imports vanished overnight. Soybean oil filled the void, and the industry never looked back. Today, the U.S. produces around 22 billion pounds of soybean oil per year. That's not a typo. The seed oil panic on your social media feed is real, but it's wildly misdiagnosed. Stay with me here. Yes, seed oils are heavy in omega-6. Think of omega-3 and omega-6 like a seesaw inside your immune system. When your entire diet is built on boxed, ultra-processed food, the seesaw breaks. Your body stays in chronic alarm. That's inflammation. But the tablespoon of canola you use to fry an egg is not slow-acting poison. That's not how this works. The actual villain is the ultra-processed food machine, the cookies, the bottled dressings, the drive-through fryers. Blame the ecosystem, not the frying pan. Speaking of canola, it gets dumped in the seed oil panic constantly. But canola isn't even a plant. Back in the 70s, Canadian scientists spent a decade crossbreeding rapeseed to remove erucic acid linked to heart issues in lab rats. They succeeded. The new oil was totally fine, but nobody on Earth was going to buy a jug labeled rapeseed oil. So they mashed up Canada and Ola for oil. Canola, a witness protection program name for a perfectly decent cooking oil. Now the ghost hiding in your entire pantry, palm oil, the most consumed oil on Earth that nobody thinks about. It's in half of everything you buy. Nutella, toothpaste, shampoo disguised under 170 different ingredient names like cetyl alcohol. It's cheap, it never goes bad, and the food industry never let go of it. The cost is devastating. We're clearing 300 football fields of rainforest every single hour in Indonesia and Malaysia. 50,000 orangutans dead in 2 decades. Just gone. All for shelf-stable fat. The brutal irony? Unrefined red palm oil is an ancient, nutrient-dense staple of West African cooking for centuries. The stuff in your instant noodles has been bleached to death. Same fruit, 2 entirely different universes. So how did animal fats get erased from American kitchens? Not because of science, because of a sales strategy. In 1911, Procter & Gamble launched Crisco made from hydrogenated cottonseed oil, a byproduct they'd been using to make soap. They mailed millions of cookbooks to homemakers, rebranding animal fat as dirty and peasant-like, while Crisco was clean and modern. It worked. Lard was erased. Then the punchline landed. That hardening process created trans fats. By the 1990s, science confirmed trans fats were directly causing the heart disease Crisco claimed to prevent. We traded real food for poison because a soap company ran a good ad. Real lard has less saturated fat than butter. Beef tallow's story is buried in a fast food decision. From 1940 to 1990, McDonald's fried in Formula 47. That's 93% beef tallow, 7% cottonseed oil. Deep, savory richness. It was legendary. Then a guy spent millions on newspaper ads scaring people about saturated fat. In 1990, McDonald's caved and switched to vegetable oil. The fries got limp. Worse, the new oil was hydrogenated. They hurt your heart more and made the food worse. At the same time, ghee is clarified butter with a 3,000-year history as medicine in Ayurvedic texts. Cook off the milk solids. Suddenly, it handles 485 degrees of heat and leaves behind a toasted, nutty flavor regular butter can't touch. And duck fat, the secret weapon of French bistros. Lower saturated fat than butter, smoke point near 375 degrees. It turns a simple roasted potato into a golden, crackling masterpiece. There's nothing else like it. Now let's talk about flavor, because if you get this wrong, you ruin dinner. Sesame oil comes in 2 products, sharing one name. Untoasted sesame oil is pale, mild, and handles heat fine. Cook with it all you want. Toasted sesame oil is dark amber. It smells like takeout heaven. Do not cook with it, not even a little. Its smoke point is around 350 degrees. Hit it with a hot pan and the aroma burns off in seconds. You just burned $12. It's a finishing oil only. A few drops over the bowl right before you eat. Walnut and flaxseed oil carry incredible deep flavors, but they go rancid within 6 months. Keep them in the fridge, use fast, never heat. Rancid walnut oil smells like old paint or crayons, not nuts. You'll know, don't use it. Peanut oil story starts with George Washington Carver, who transformed the peanut from a sharecropper's side crop into a massive southern industry. Refined peanut oil handles 450 degrees like a champ. It's what Chick-fil-A and Five Guys run on. Here's where the label matters most. The heavy refining strips out peanut proteins. The FDA says it's safe for most allergy sufferers. Unrefined, cold-pressed peanut oil still contains the protein. It absolutely triggers an allergic reaction. Read the label every single time. The bottle on your counter has a stranger history than the label will ever admit.